Hi, this is Payson Cooper, and I wanted to share some Twitter tools with you today. You will find out that there are a variety of Twitter tools that you can use to make Twitter more effective for marketing your business. But the tool we're going to talk about today is called TweetChat. And as I mentioned, there are a variety of other Twitter tools, many of which can make using Twitter much, much more effective and can make it much easier for you. And TweetChat is one of my favorites. It allows you to, I'm going to pop over to TweetChat right now so you can take a look. And if you use hashtags, or even if you haven't started using them yet, you can start to get engaged with them. There are a variety of hashtags, and a hashtag is this little symbol right here. It's also known as a pound sign, depending on where you're from. People affix a hashtag to a series of characters, letters and numbers, and usually no spaces at all. And they do that to either connect with a particular conversation, to comment or sort of tag a tweet with a particular thing, like the hashtag FF is Follow Friday. You can either use FF or the words Follow Friday all together with no space. And that would tag a tweet basically saying, these are people you might want to follow because they're interesting or whatever. And so a hashtag, there's one called Idea Chat. There's probably thousands at this point, maybe millions even. Idea Chat happens on the second Saturday of every month at 9 a.m. And you can participate with Idea Chat by using something like TweetChat, which will allow you, if I just put Idea Chat in here, you'll see that a whole bunch of tweets come up. And these are all people that have used this tag, Idea Chat, here and here and here. They've used that tag to tag their tweets and to be able to participate with one another in a conversation. So by putting that tag on here, if you come to a website like TweetChat, you can see all the tweets that have that tag on them. The other thing that's great about TweetChat is not just being able to do this, which you can do with a search in Twitter or in Hootsuite or some of the other Twitter clients, is if you sign in to TweetChat using your Twitter account. You'll notice I signed in before, so it's just asking me to authorize. You might have to put in your Twitter ID and your password. But you'll notice now that I have a box up here that would allow me to message to hashtag Idea Chat. So if I were to post a message, I'm just going to type something here quickly, and I'm not going to actually update because it would go out to the whole world with this test message in it. But if I click update here, this hashtag with the characters Idea Chat would be affixed to the end of my message. If I delete this, you'll notice that instead of 140 characters, I only have 130 because TweetChat is actually holding these characters to put on the end of my tweet. So you'll see that I can, once I click update, I would be added to the list here, and I would be able to converse with all of these people based on what's going on. There's a couple of other controls here you can play with, and you see that it becomes branded with your own page as soon as you log in. Now, a couple of things you can do with TweetChat. You can participate in conversations, as I mentioned, and just displayed. You can create participation on your own teleseminars and online radio interviews. It's a great way to get people to interact with you. They can ask questions while you're on the phone. It allows you not to have to open up a phone line when people might have noisy backgrounds and might not have muted themselves. So if you have 10 or 50 or 100 or 1,000 people on a teleseminar and you don't want to open up that back line in case somebody is making too much noise, and you don't have a different tool that will allow you to do it, because some of the different teleseminar tools allow you to only unmute a single person. If you don't have that ability, you can use something like TweetChat so people can enter a question or comment on something that you're saying. Another thing you can do is get your listeners to interact with one another. So if they're all on TweetChat, or if several of them are on TweetChat, they can interact with one another during the call. There's several other things you can do with TweetChat, but this is about it for the moment. If you visit paysoncooper.com, there's a link there for my ezine articles. I'm an ezine article expert writer. And if you go there, you will find an article on TweetChat. It's called Twitter Tools, TweetChat. And you can find out 3 or 4 other ways you can use TweetChat to help your business. Hope this has been helpful. Have a great day.